I'm Ben Johnson, and I am a product director for Open Range RV, and I'm standing in front of a 2025 Open Range 19BH single axle conventional travel trailer. And I'm going to spend the next few minutes walking around the outside and then walking around the inside and talking with you about a number of features that we're very proud of, that we feel make this travel trailer a very great value for customers that are just looking to get into RVing, just want something small, affordable, and very functional. And so let's start here at the back of the trailer and we'll work our way forward. I'm going to start talking about a few things on the roof of the trailer. First thing is the Magnum Roof System. We use Magnum Roof System is the name that we use for our entire roof construction process and the materials that we use. Within the Magnum Roof System, we have our roof rafters, our roof decking, and then the process of assembling all that together. Our roof rafters, what makes them special is we use heavy-duty wood cords, both on the top and the bottom, and then we've got wood vertical joists for structure. And then we use oversized nail plates, and we use them on both sides of the rafter. And then we use 3/8" decking on the roof. It's all fastened together with a number of screws all over all the joints. And the end result is our roof system is the strongest roof system in the class, one of the strongest roof systems in the entire industry. It has a 4,500 pound roof capacity. So when you're on the top of this roof, again, this is a single axle conventional travel trailer. So a lot of our competitors in this segment, they're not fully walkable. The roofs are not designed to get up there and walk on, and so you got to tiptoe around on the joists or on the rafters. That's not the case with our roof. With our Magnum roof system, it's a fully walkable roof. You can get up there, again, 4,500 pounds weight rating. You can get up there and walk all over the roof. You can check your seals. You can get up there and feel comfortable being up there. Another feature on the roof is our PVC roof membrane. We've been using the PVC roof membrane at Open Range for years and years. We're very well known for it. We're very proud of that material. A couple of things that make PVC special. The first thing is it's got a lifetime warranty. And that warranty is parts and labor, and it is not prorated. Basically what that means is you could own this trailer for 1 year, you could own it for 5 years, you could own it for 15 years, and if the material goes bad, you can replace it. That's a great peace of mind feature, having that full lifetime warranty on the PVC material. It is more scratch and puncture resistant than our competitors' roofs that use TPO or rubber. So if you pull this trailer into the campground and you see that at your campsite there's a tree with some low-hanging limbs and you're a little worried about that, it's much less likely to get caught and puncture and scratch and damage a PVC roof like ours than it is a TPO or a rubber roof like our competitors. Again, another great peace of mind feature, much more durable. The last thing I want to talk about, a big advantage for PVC, is it does not absorb heat and it reflects sunlight. The big benefit there is if you're camping in the summer, obviously we use these in the summer predominantly, and times it can get up into the 90s, maybe even 100 if you're in the southern part of the United States. And not reflecting heat not absorbing heat and reflecting that sunlight allows that roof cavity to stay cooler, which then allows the air conditioning system to do its job and cool the inside of the coach. It's one of those things that maybe a lot of customers don't think about during the buying process or when they're evaluating, but they sure do think about it when they're camping and it's 90 degrees outside and they're sweating on the inside of the coach. That won't happen with our trailers, and a big reason for that is the PVC roof material. So it's a great feature overall. A couple of things here at the back of the trailer I want to point out. We do have prepped for a monitor/backup camera. Which is just a great feature. It's an add-on feature. You just pop that cap off, put the camera on. It's a 5-minute process, and now you've got a backup camera and a monitoring system. Fully prepped for that. All the wiring's in there for it. We're also prepped for a roof ladder. The LCA, this one specifically is prepped for the Lippert telescoping ladder, which is a great ladder. You can store that ladder in your tow vehicle or even in the pass-through compartment, and it's not taking up space on the back wall. On some of the other floor plans, it's not blocking windows or anything, and so This is a great feature. And also, I talked about there being this coach having a full walk-on roof earlier. Why would you need a ladder for a coach if it's not a full walk-on roof? And so these two features we feel go hand in hand very well. I'm going to walk around the side here. I'm going to talk about the sidewall material that we use. This is a conventional travel trailer. That's the segment that we're in. So we're going to have metal sidewalls, metal siding on the sidewalls. We use what's called a mesa crimp. And basically what that is it's the process that they go about bending and crimping this metal. Anytime you take a flat piece of metal and you bend it or you crimp it, you make it stronger. And so if you'll see on our sidewall metal, it has the big bends in it, but then in between the big bends, we also have little small crimps as well. And so this has been bent, this piece right here has been bent and crimped a number of times, and that makes it very rigid and very strong. A lot of our competitors will use a larger piece and there'll be less bends and crimps in it. They think it provides a better aesthetic look, maybe. That's debatable, that's personal preference, but we know what it does is it's not as strong as the sidewall metal that we use. All of our single axle open range trailers do have enclosed underbellies. Just a great feature in this segment. A lot of our competitors don't have that. When you're going down the road and you've got rocks and water and everything kicking up from your tow vehicle, hitting the bottom side of the coach, having an enclosed underbelly helps protect your holding tanks, helps protect your wiring, helps protect your gas lines, anything that's attached to the bottom side of the floor. Having that enclosed underbelly really helps quite a lot with that. As we come around to the front of the coach, we do have exterior storage here on the 19BH. We have that on all of our models. One of the biggest features that I like to talk about on our conventional travel trailers is the one-piece fiberglass front wall. A lot of our competitors will have a metal material here on the front wall. Some of them will have stacked metal like you see on the sidewall here on the front. A lot of our competitors will have a two-piece or a one-seam metal front wall. Again, these trailers are made to be pulled down the road, and if it's raining outside or there's any water, maybe the rain's going to hit the front from up here, but you've also got water coming from your tow vehicle hitting it here. So you get a lot of water hitting the front of this coach as you're going down the road. When you don't have any seams, there's really no chance for water intrusion. When you do start to introduce seams, either with a stacked metal front wall or the single seam front wall that a lot of our competitors use, this water is going to run up the wall, and now you've got a much greater chance for water intrusion on the front wall. Another big advantage to a one-piece fiberglass front wall is the fiberglass material itself is much more durable, much more resistant to chips, scrapes, anything like that from the rocks that come from your tow vehicle. Just a much stronger material than our competitors that are using metal. So the end result is your front wall, this part of your trailer is going to look much nicer for longer. It's going to help you hold value on your trailer. Those are some of the highlighted features on the outside. Actually, before we step to the inside, I want to talk about the entrance step. Another very big feature that we have on this coach. Before I pull it out and demonstrate it, most of our competitors still have the older style, the pull-out entrance step that is fastened to the bottom of the floor. After months and years of use, going down the road, you're going to have rust and dirt and debris, mud, whatnot that can get inside that system and just make it really hard to use and also just very dirty. Some of the big benefits of the swing down step is, one, it's stored inside the coach during transit. So you're not going to get any of that rain, road debris, dirt, mud touching the entrance step during that process. So it's going to stay cleaner for longer. It's going to look nicer for longer. But the big benefit is just how much more stable it is. So you'll see as I unlatched it there, it's not heavy at all. It just swings down and then it sets on the ground. It does have adjustable feet or adjustable legs. So if you are on a grade, if you're on any kind of a hill or anything, you can set those to different heights to make sure that it's sitting level. But the big benefit, it's called a solid step for a reason, is just how much more solid it is. I'm standing on the step here, bouncing up and down. On a traditional step, you would see the whole coach moving. You would feel that because they twist and they flex. And so when you step on them, they move, and it's much more of a safety issue and a safety factor than these solid steps. And then also the top step is much deeper. Much you can see here, it's an added about 6 inches deeper than a normal step tread. The benefit of that, if you're taking groceries up into the coach, you're not watching where you're stepping, you got a much wider step here going into the coach. If you're coming out of your coach in the morning and you take a longer step than you normally do, that's happened to most campers where they've missed that top step and they've fallen halfway down. Much less likely to happen here. It's a great safety feature. Very happy and proud to have this in this segment. So we're going to head to the inside of the coach next, and we're going to talk about a number of features on the inside. We're on the inside now of a 2025 open range 19BH. I'm going to spend the next few minutes, like we did on the outside, talking about a number of features, a number of things that make this trailer just a great value, a great trailer to get into. Maybe you're a first-time RVer. Maybe you're someone that just wants a simple, small, easy-to-tow travel trailer. We're going to talk about a number of things that we feel provides a great value in this trailer. We're going to start in the back in the bathroom and move forward. And one of the things about our trailers that you'll see is we do have a full-size bathroom, a full-size shower. This is a 19BH, so it's a bunkhouse. It's got a tub shower in it. Very functional, quite a lot of head space. You've got a skylight with a power fan in the shower, which is a nice feature, and then a handheld shower head with a faucet. You don't always get those features in a single axle travel trailer, so we're happy to have them. Also in our bathrooms, you have a toilet with a foot flush and a quiet close, soft close door. So go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. A lot of the older style toilets, you slam that toilet lid down, wakes everybody up. That's a nice soft close, quiet closed lid. Let's head out, move forward in the coach here, talk about the bunk area. A couple of things in our bunk areas that we feel are important to have. The first thing you'll see, bunks are generally designed for kids. Kids these days oftentimes have devices. We call them devices. You got your iPads, your iPhones, your tablets of various different kinds. And we decided to put little net storage caddies in there to hold those. Keeps them up off the bed, gives a nice place to store some of that. You also have USB charging ports at all of our bunks. We do have a couple of floor plans in the single axle segment, one floor plan at least that has double bunks, so 48 inches or more wide. Those bunk ratings are going to be 600 pounds. These are single bunks, so these bunk ratings are 300 pounds, but on the double ones, we wanted to make sure that we offered, if you're making a double size bunk for more people, it stands reason to us that we need to make the capacity on it higher. And so a lot of our competitors still have a 300-pound capacity on their double bunks, and we decided we needed to beef that up. And for big teenagers or maybe even adults that want to get on those bunks, we do have a 600-pound capacity. Each bunk will have its own window and its own light. Again, we're in this single axle segment. Little things like that just add to the enjoyment and the comfort of the coach that you don't always get in this segment, we feel provide a lot of value for the trailer. Let's head into the kitchen here. Again, we have to constantly, I think, when you're taking a tour of our single axle trailers, remind yourself that you are in the single axle segment. So we do have solid press membrane countertops. So what that gives you over a lot of our competitors is there's no seams. We do have a lot of competitors that will have a traditional laminate countertop that will have a T-molded edge. And anybody that's owned an RV or maybe even in your house, if you've had that style countertop, over time you're going to have situations where water will get on the countertop. Maybe it'll spill over the edge. With ours, you don't have to worry about that happening because there's no seam for it to get into. There's no chance that it's going to absorb into the countertop and swell and destroy the countertops where you have to replace it. So it's just a great peace of mind, longevity feature. It builds value in the coach. It also allows us to have undermounted sinks. So when we have a lav in the bathroom on some of our floor plans, or here in the kitchen, we do have undermounted sinks. So again, most trailers in this segment, you'd have a much smaller sink that is top mounted. So you're going to have a smaller sink. So you're not going to be able to really wash any pots. It's going to be hard to wash dishes even in it. With ours, you got a really large single basin sink, so you can wash pretty much anything that you want. But then also, you won't have that caulk ring all the way around the outside of this the sink top. And what that prevents is dirt, grime, all that stuff getting caught up around the edge of that sink. And so if you're making dinner and you're chopping up vegetables and you want to just slide them in like this and clean them off that way, it's just a very functional, easy way to keep everything clean. We think it's a great value add to our trailers. We do have the upgraded kitchen suite, the Envision microwave and range top. Oftentimes you're going to have a much smaller microwave, might not have a range top. This is a full kitchen suite that you might find in a much larger travel trailer. We've got it down in our single axles. Also, we do have a flush mount range top. This is a 2-burner stove, but you'll see that it's a much nicer, much more upgraded 2-burner stove that you would normally see in most single axle travel trailers. It's got a nice residential style, heavy duty grate. And then above that is a tempered glass flush mount top. So when you're not using this range top, countertop space. So you got your pizza boxes or your bread or whatever, you've got a lot of countertop space here, whereas with our competitors, it would be a raised, cheaper 2-burner cooktop, much less functional, much harder to use as countertop space. Also in the kitchen, just a great feature is our oversized 12-volt refrigerator. A lot of our competitors in this segment are going to have a much smaller, maybe even as small as a 4 cubic foot, 3 cubic feet and some change, barely even taller than the countertop, dorm style refrigerator really. And we have a full size, it's actually a 10 cubic foot, 12-volt refrigerator. So you see on the inside, it's got a great residential look and design to it. You've got a crisper drawer at the bottom for vegetables. You've got quite a lot of storage space, storage for drinks on the side, plenty of space. And then our competitors oftentimes will have a all-in-one system that will have the freezer in the top with a lift top, and everything kind of gets put together and everything freezes. This is much more like a residential fridge because it has a freezer in the bottom. Any of your ice, popsicles, frozen dinners, whatever you're going to put in there, one, there's quite a lot more space for that stuff. And two, it's easily accessible here at the bottom. Much more efficient to have a freezer at the bottom as well. I'm going to head in here, show you a couple of things with the cabinet doors and the drawers. For 2025, we have decided to use hidden hinges on all of our cabinet doors. This is a great feature. One, it has a nice look. You don't see the hinges on the side. It's much more of a residential feel to it. But practically, one of the biggest benefits of hidden hinges is they are adjustable. So this RV is meant to be towed. It's going to be towed. It's going to go down the road a lot. There's going to be a lot of vibration and bumping. And so over time with the old style, the cabinets could kind of get out of square and maybe droop a little bit. With these, all you have to do is lift them up, get it to the right height, adjust it, tighten it back down, and now it's back looking just like it's brand new. So very excited to have that feature. Magnet catches instead of the old hard catches. Again, very nice feature. One added thing that we have in our single axles is drawers. Seems like a small thing, but a lot of our competitors don't have drawers in their kitchens. Where are you going to put your utensils? Where are you going to put your forks and your spoons and all your utensils? That's to me just a common item that oftentimes gets overlooked until you start trying to pack up to go camping and you realize you got to put all your utensils in a tote and put it somewhere else. We have actual drawers on our kitchen bases. Another thing that I'd like to point out is just the overall size of our single axle travel trailers for open range. They are 81 inches tall and we are a full 8-foot width, so a full 96-inch exterior width. Nearly all of our competitors in this segment are either 7 foot wide or 7.5 foot wide, and most of them are 78 inches tall or even shorter than that. When you walk inside an open range single axle, it feels like a normal travel trailer. It feels, more open. You don't feel cramped. You don't feel claustrophobic. You don't feel like you're sacrificing because you're buying a single axle. And that's really what we wanted. I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, and there's plenty of head height here between me and the ceiling. And you know, I'm coming inside the coach and feeling like it's more open to me would be over the time of the coach would be a very big value add. The full width, the 86 or 96 inch width, I want to show you where this really comes into play. And that would be on the front area here. Again, this is a 19 BH, so this is the main bed area. Nearly all of our competitors that have a floor plan similar to this, I wouldn't be able to stand right here because there would be no place at the foot of the bed. It would be the sidewall. And so you get all this extra space. You're laying in bed, you got an extra way to stand up and sit. You can sit here and put your shoes on, you know, all of that you get from our travel trailer that you would not have with our competitors. Also, you get all this extra storage. Most of our competitors that have a floor plan like this, they don't have a wardrobe storage door. They don't have a drawer like this for the bed. So you're picking up extra storage, you're picking up extra space. We're very happy and very proud of that. Another thing that I'd like to point out here in the bedroom area, you can see the control panel for our solar controller. On the roof of this coach is a 200 watt solar panel. That's standard on every travel trailer. It's called our Xtend Solar 1 package. And so we have a 200 watt solar panel on the roof. It's heavy, it's hardwired down to the battery bank, and that has a 30 amp controller that goes to it. And you can see the control panel in here. So that helps you monitor all your solar usage. And really one of the biggest advantages for us that we see, that we provide with the solar is, even if you don't think you're going to boondock, even if you don't think you're going to camp a lot and you don't think you need the solar, there's going to be times when maybe it's when you're packing your coach up, or maybe you have to stop on the side of the road, or maybe you're stopping, or maybe you just want to take it and use it at a relative's house and they don't have a hookup. Having the ability to keep your lights on, keep some of the outlets in here fired up, keep your refrigerator running. It's just such a huge benefit that you might not think about. And we're happy to provide that convenience to the customer. So there's a number of things on the inside. We talked about some things on the outside. Check us out on openrangerv.com and also our YouTube station. We have a number of feature videos and obviously this full walk-on video for other products as well. So have a good day. Thank you. Bye.